Hey everybody, it's Nick here again on another video, and I'm joined once more by Jaimie Mesa from Long Lake. Jaimie, thanks for joining.
Thank you for having me.
If you've seen our last two videos, we were talking about the Grand Oaks community in general, then we talked about the difference between building a home and buying an inventory home. So today we wanted to go a little bit more in depth in the process of actually building a home and all that is entailed in that. So I'm excited, I'm ready to build a new house. Where do I start? What's step number one?
So step number one is actually getting pre-approved. We do have 4 preferred lenders that we do work with. What you'll do is you actually fill out a credit application. Once you do that, then that determines your buying power. Your buying power consists of a couple of different values, including your debt to income ratio, the salary that you make per year, and then your credit score. And then once you decide on what your buying power is, then you can actually come out and decide on which floor plan is best for you.
What's step number 2?
So with that, then you'll figure out the floor plan, the lot, which elevation you would like, and then we somewhat determine what your final price is. We can always go over estimates, and then you can have an idea of where you'll be sitting at the very end.
Okay, so some people might not know what an elevation is. Describe for us what that term means.
An elevation is actually just how the house looks from the outside of the home. It's not necessarily how high it is off of the lot, it's what the face of the home actually looks like. So a combination of brick and stone, some have hardy planks, some have extra siding, some have different features like wood shutters or vinyl shutters. It really just depends on the idea and the look of what you're actually trying to find on a house. Now
we have come in, we've looked at some of the floor plans with you, and we've decided, okay, I like this floor plan, I like this elevation. Now what's step number 3?
So step number 3 is you're actually going to sign a contract with us. Once you sign a contract, that starts the entire process. So you'll have about 30 days to get fully approved from one of our preferred lenders, or if you have an outside lender of your choosing, you can do that as well. But the 30-day approval process actually includes your design series too. So when you come and do that, you're actually gonna come into the model with me. We'll actually pick out all of your colors, your selections, your cabinets, your brick, everything from start to finish. Usually takes about 3 to 4 hours to do so, but it's so much fun. That's actually my favorite part of this process because you get very, very personalized and it will become your home at the very end.
Now I have to ask, is there any way for somebody to royally screw up the selections that they make and make a terrible looking house?
I would actually never allow that. I've been doing this for quite a bit. I love to see all the colors go into the home. I'm also one of the sales agents that also designs the inventory homes, as well as my partner. And then we also get to pick out the colors and mix and match and get to see homes that have different variations of styles and options to get a good idea of what will actually look good in a house.
I've made some selections as far as what I want it to look like. Now what's step number 4?
So step number 4 is actually going to include the full approval from the lender. Now during this process, so the house has not begun starting yet. We're still in the approval stage of the loan application, but once you're fully approved, then we send in what's called for the okay to start. After the okay to start, we can't make any changes to the house, but during that process, that's when we're ordering the permits, the traps, pretty much all of the behind the scenes documentation that corporate office does for us. And then once that comes out, then your house begins building.
Step number 5, we're starting to build now, right?
Yes, so once that actually happens, step number 5, I keep a lookout for all of the homes that come out here on the start packs. Usually our construction guys will come out here on Friday afternoons and let us know that the homes have received the actual start pack of that particular floor plan. Once that happens, then we will actually scrape the lot. Once that happens, your home has actually started the construction process. What I like to do though is I will always drive through the neighborhood to keep my buyers updated to make sure that they do know that their house has begun building. What I like to do too is also take a picture and send everybody involved just to let them know that everything has started.
What's step number 6?
So step 6 is actually going to be the entire building process itself. If you ever have any questions throughout the entire series, you can always ask me. We have different stages of the houses. Really just depends on framing, foundation. They do take a little bit of time in between each stage, but while we're doing that, there are certain stages that actually get their own inspections. Now, we're not actually allowed to move forward until those inspections have passed through a third-party inspector that we do hire.
If I'm interested in seeing the progress of the home, can I come by and take pictures or see like where it's at?
Absolutely. So with that one, you're more than welcome to come and take pictures. We do just ask, be a little bit careful. We're in a construction zone. There are sometimes nails. There's construction workers out here. Just be very careful. If you ever have any questions, I'd be more than welcome and happy to assist you to go and look at the house.
All right, so we're going through the building process now. What's step number 7?
The final stages. So once the home actually receives sheetrock, or a little bit before that is when the appraisal is going to be due. That is actually more for tax purposes, just to know that the homes being built in the same area are roughly around the same value out here too. And then once that gets finished and appraised back, then we move forward to the closing stage.
All right, we're at closing now, step number 8.
With this stage, you're actually going to do a walkthrough with the builder who actually built your home, whether it's our construction manager or one of our superintendents out here. You're very lucky to have any of our builders out in Grand Oaks. They're very knowledgeable. They're willing to answer any questions that you have. You can always ask me if you have any questions about the building process as well. But the walkthrough actually entails a orientation of the home, kind of just a walkthrough of how the house works, what you think you would like to change a little bit on it, cosmetic issues, any type of blue tape. It's more of how to learn how your house works. And then if you have any questions, you can ask the builder directly as well.
Awesome. So that way when you go to pick your new home and now you're gonna get ready to move into it, you're not wondering like, okay, I know I'm supposed to have some water purifier, but I don't know where it is. Or I know that there's supposed to be this special feature or smart home thing and I don't know how to use it. That's gonna be the time where I can learn.
Yes, very much so.
Now you have done your walkthrough, everything looks good, you go to closing, hopefully you're represented by an agent through that whole process so I can be there with you. So now we close on the house and we get the keys, right?
Yes, so Southland Title is actually our title company. From our location in Grand Oaks, we're actually only about 12 minutes away. So closing with the best closers in the world, Southland Title, usually takes anywhere from about an hour to 2 hours, depending on how thorough you do want to read those closing documents. With that though, you also get to close and fund the same day, which means you pick your keys up the same day, you get to move in the same day. And that's the best part.
Well, hopefully you've learned a little bit about the home building process. At the end of the day, if you're working with me as an agent representing you, I'm here to guide you through that whole process. When we work with somebody like Jaimie, who's here with Long Lake and Grand Oaks, you're gonna get that same sort of 5-star service that we provide to our clients. So working together as a team to help you get moved into that new home, we look forward to that. It's exciting for us. We love that thrill of seeing somebody get the keys and get ready to move into their new home. That's what drives us and motivates us every day. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the next video.